It's taking a while. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadankitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Giti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyasya cha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtanaha Hrudayantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhrutsatam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I'm just logging into my computer now. I think I'll just get out of this mobile thing. Yeah. You able to hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. So we'll just start the verse. Thank you. So someone will read the verse or should I? Anyone willing to recite?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, devotees will raise their hands. Meenakshi Mataji, you can read the verse. Mataji, you want us to read the translation and purport as well?
Yeah, I think this is very small. Maybe just translation is enough.
Okay, Mataji. Meenakshi Mataji, the verse and the translation, Hare Krishna. Next one, Archana Mataji, and after that, Vrishbhanu Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Ajanati Priyatamam Yado Paratam Angana Tirathanam Asadhya Yasa Purvam Supasara. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. The daughter of King Vidarbha continued as usual to serve her husband, who was seated in a steady posture, until she could ascertain that he had passed away from the body. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Archana Mataji, you can read the shloka and the translation.
Hare Krishna, pranams Mataji.
Yes.
Yattana upalapedangrau
उष्मानं पत्युरर्चति आसीत् संविघ्न हृदय योधा भ्रष्टा मृगीयता. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While she was serving her husband by massaging his legs, he, she should she could feel that his feet were no longer warm and could thus understand that he had already passed from the body. She felt great anxiety upon being left alone. Bereft of her husband's company, she felt exactly as the deer feels upon being separated from its mate. Hare Krishna.
Shubhanu Mataji, you can read the shloka and the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. आत्मानं शोचति दीनबन्धुं विक्लवाश्रुभिः स्तनावासित्य विपिने सुस्वरं प्ररुरोदसा. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. Being now alone and a widow in that forest, the daughter of Vidarbha began to lament incessantly, shedding tears, which choked her breast and crying very loudly. Hare Krishna.
Sharmila Mataji, you can read the shloka and translation.
Hare Krishna. उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ राजर्षे इमाम् उदधीर्मे कलाम् दस्युभ्यः क्षत्रबन्धुभ्यो बिभ्यतीं पातुमर्हसि. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O best of kings, please get up, get up. Just see this world surrounded by water and infested with rogues and so-called kings. This world is very much afraid, and it is your duty to protect us. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So maybe we can read understand the previous verses and then continue with this verse, Mataji, if it is okay. Is that okay?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
Okay. So
Shilpa Mataji, if you can go to verse 45. So
Yeah.
I mean Rohini Mataji, if you can go to
Yeah,
verse
no
45.
problem. Yeah. So we are just reading this beautiful chapter, how this King Puranjana, he became a woman. Yeah, in this particular chapter titled as is So what are we understanding here? That this particular section of Srimad Bhagavatam is giving us information about how a disciple should serve a spiritual master. Actually, this Malayadvaja, this Puranjana became Malayadvaja, right? Because he was thinking of his woman, wife, and then got the woman form, and then Vaidharbi is a queen, and then she is worshipping the king. Vaidharbi is serving husband Malayadvaja, like how you serve Supreme Lord without any what do you say that like how gopis were serving, like they don't even care about what they are wearing, what's happening, how they're dressing, nothing like that. So she didn't even care about her body, her looks, and nothing, completely observed in serving her her husband. So husband is like treated as a representative of the Lord, and then she is absolutely doing that with her example, treating her husband nicely, looking after him without any second thought, not thinking about what's going to happen, like that. So if you can go to the translation and purport of this particular verse, Mataji. Yeah, so the daughter of the king Vidarbha, she continued to serve like that. And then he seated in a very steady posture, and then he's preparing to leave the body actually. So it looks like that Queen Vidarbha, she didn't have a time to talk to her husband also while serving. So think about it. Yeah, if any one of us are in this situation, how we will be like frustrated. But she's simply, doing her prescribed duties without even talking. We see so many examples like this in the scriptures, right? Can anyone think of any examples? How Devahuti served her.
Devahuti Mataji.
Yeah, her spiritually potent husband Kardama Muni. How Parvati served Shiva. And there's so much of pure consciousness, intimacy, full self-control. She served with a friendly mood. speaking with sweet voice. She don't have any lust, pride, envy, any other sinful activities, unfavorable qualities. All are, serving like that Kardomani. Similarly, Vidarbhi also serving a spiritually potent husband. We see example like how Archie serving Prithu Maharaj also in the same canto, right? Archie rendering service to Prithu Maharaj until death. And then she also actually put the pyre, the rituals also she did, right? And then she entered into it and then go together to the Vaikuntha. So Prabhupada says that, if with this purport we understand the disciple should not bother about his or her inconvenience and rendering services to the Lord, to Guru. Then only they'll be removed from the clutches of Maya. This is what we see from the example of Vaidarbhi, that not even consider about any inconvenience. They should be steady also in their service. Even if the inconvenience come, unfavorable situations come, they should not give up. They should keep going it. Just like how we see Prahlad Maharaj. So many difficulties coming, but he's going up. No fear at all. So like that. So disciples should not have any fear. And they should continue even in unforeseen situation comes, and then only they get mercy of Guru and they will be taken out, from this gliding down from the clutches of Maya. They'll be removed. They'll be protected. They'll be saved. Like that we see Prachetas also serve their Guru. Who is their Guru?
Shivji.
Narada.
Yeah. Lord Shiva, Narada gave instructions, but Shiva is the Guru. Like that, they also with full meditation, full focus, Dhyayanta, Pujyanta, Smarananta, like that, they're giving. So many examples we have to take inputs of how disciples should render service to spiritual master with full faith. So in this particular verse, we are trying to understand what is devotion, what is service, and devotional service together. So we have a Nectar of Devotion, beautiful book. It's a manual for all of us to understand how to serve the Lord, right? And then, Krishna, in the book, in there we see Krishna is a personality where we can serve him unique way. We develop our relationship with Lord. Krishna is there in everyone's heart. And then we all have different relationships with Krishna, actually. But we, out of, forgetful nature or enjoying independently, we are just trying to be here and enjoy this material world. Load over material nature is going on in our heart. And then all other anarthas are troubling us, like that. But in intrinsic nature of the soul is to serve. And then in all 12 rasas, we will serve the Lord, if at all we are fortunate to get that eternal constitutional position. So in 5 primary rasas, in secondary rasas, like that. So all together, all these interactions, 12 types of interactions mixed with love and affection. And then you express your love in that pure consciousness to the Lord. And that's when you attain that, steadiness in your bhakti. Ruchi will be there. Asakti will be there. Like that. One time one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, can I love anybody else other than Krishna? Means he wanted to actually marry. He was thinking like that, because if he marry, he has to love his wife. He is interested to change his ashram like that. Then Prabhupada says, no, because love in this material world is completely based on lust. Of course, a devotee who is in that Uttama Adhikari level, it's a Uttama Bhakti, then they all have to think about their wife is actually servant of the Lord, and then see like that only. And then, devotees, though they are in that ashram, they both are devotees, so they serve each other like that in that platform, not based on lust. They're based on love, but loving how other devotee, that dadadi pati gruhnati gruhyanti. So, exchanging loving relationships like that. So Srila Prabhupada said that, first you have to aim to love someone without any expectation. That is no desire of getting anything from result. Then you can love anybody. So that you should be favorable to Krishna Bhakti first. Yeah, like that. So we have so many examples how Mother Yashoda, loves our little Krishna so much. And then how she made Krishna unhappy, putting him taking him away from her lap just to attend boiling milk. And this made Krishna to cry. So then can we think about this as loving service? Yeah, so many like that. We see this is, this is different Vatsalya Bhava, but this one aspect made Krishna to cry actually. But Krishna enjoyed this loving exchange also. And then in other side, when Krishna and Balaram went to Mathura to fight with these wrestlers, Chanura and Mustika, everyone in the audience thinking that, oh, they're so small boys. How can they fight with huge, hefty personalities, professional wrestlers like this? And what they are thinking, okay, you will be killed like that. They are thinking like that. Krishna and Balaram was happily smiling to fight. They are not really, worried like that. But, do we think that Chanura and Mystica are doing something wrong? They're not. They are actually serving Krishna because Krishna and Balaram want to enjoy in that way. So these are rasas where every devotee, enjoy in different way with the Lord. So the service is something, Mother Yashoda, when she was serving Krishna, she is attached to the milk, not that she's giving less importance to the Lord. Just that she wanted to, we all know, right, from the Damodar Leela, why she wanted to attend the boiling milk. That she
Only
could
to
feed
feed Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, so Krishna is Bhavagari Janardana. He knows that why she is going. She want to give that Pushpagandha milk, which is like very, very creamy and tasty and delicious, and which is which is like getting nowhere you will get it, and she don't want to lose it, and she want to offer it to Krishna, and Krishna knows. But that crying is also for pleasure only happening. So Aradhanam Sarveshu Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Like that, yeah. So the best is to serve Vishnu and not to anybody else. Serving Krishna is the best. So here, when you think that serving in bhakti, what is that we have to do? One will be involved, not to get any benefit, just to serve without expecting anything in result. Observe continuously in that service consistently, and Krishna actually himself doesn't enjoy in that process. He's enjoying along with his devotees. The process is that, it's just that, you are giving pleasure to Krishna, you serve, and then, you are also serving the devotees of the Lord in internally like that, yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that our position should be dasanu, dasanu, dasa, right? By devotional service, we should not expect that. We should be recognized also. So like that, Krishna in our heart is there, and he will be noticing, and then as a Paramatma, he will, like that. So queen is not able to understand her husband is dying. She's observed in her service that whatever the reciprocation it is, she's not. So devotees are also serve Krishna in a similar way. Whatever the reciprocation is it, they don't care. They just want to serve Krishna. So like that, they don't expect any recognition or reward also. There are so many devotees who are not even, we don't know also. We see so many Babajis in Vrindavan, many devotees. No, we don't know their relationship with Krishna. They're not being propagated, propaganda is not there or advertised or unseen heroes like that, So many are there like that. Like for example, many soldiers get paid for their bravery acts or do something to protect the government, our border and all. But some particular soldier may do something extraordinary, they may get rewarded by the Lord for recognition. But rest assured, the devotee is not expecting any recognition like that. They only want to do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. That is Uttama Bhakti, without any expectation. That is what she's doing here. Whatever Krishna is going to favor us, yeah. So serving like that. What is that we hear from Bhaktivinoda Thakur Sharanagati? Nice bhajan, yeah. Arobi Rakobi Jo Icha Tuhara Nityadasa Pratitava Adhikara. So it says, you protect me as you wish, or you slay me, whatever as you wish. You are the master, I am your servant. That is actually the intention of a devotee. So like that queen didn't even talk, think, expect anything while serving. She simply performing her prescribed duties submissively. Without talk means submissively. Like that. Whatever is required. So then she did not stop rendering service until her husband passed away. Like that, yeah. So shall we go to the next one, Mataji? So the Puranjana is Vaidarbhi, right? The Puranjana became woman, Vaidarbhi. And then got married to the king, Malayadwaja. Then they got so many children. And then Malayadwaja divided and gave the kingdom to all the sons. He retired. And then he retired to worship Lord Krishna. Like Vaidarbhi also followed him, and then devoted wife like that, gave up house, children, enjoyment, serving husband. This is what a chaste woman should do. We see many pastimes like that. Mother Sita did the same thing. Draupadi did the same thing, right? The following husband. Archie did the same thing. Who else did the same thing? Now here Vidarbhi did this. I mean, yeah, Vidarbhi did the same thing. Like that, you know. So here we are seeing that when she was serving her husband, massaging her leg, she couldn't even feel that he's no longer existing. As soon as she felt, she got so much anxiety, she left alone like that, bereft of his company. And Prabhupada compared that exactly deer feels upon being separated from its mate, like that. So what is it we are trying to understand here from us? Maladhvaja is meditating on the Lord. He left his body. Leaving the body means for him entering the spiritual world. From these purports, we get so many instructions, like how a disciple should serve spiritual master. Especially spiritual master when he is passed away or passing away from this world. How should a disciple should feel and serve? What is their mood? Like that. Prabhupada says disciple of a mode should be Sunya Itam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virehenami. They should feel like that, lost and bereft of any good fortune. When spiritual master leaves, and she is feeling the same thing, anxiety, bereft. There's no other hope now. Where is she going to take help from? Like that. But even if however spiritual master is leaving, he doesn't leave his disciples. He continue to be present in their life, in devotees' life. We all know how a spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada live in our life. Gave us nice scriptures, books. With his lot of hard work, he could translate it to English. Many of us could read in other languages also. Many disciples trying their best to please Srila Prabhupada. And we have this good fortune of the instructions, the scriptures we have got, which Krishna kindly gave us to remember him. So like that, through instructions, we can remember the Lord. Though the Lord may be, disciple may be separated from Srila Prabhupada's Vapu, spiritual master's Vapu, because Vapu is something more everyone is inclined to get association of. But yeah, if you don't have any Vapu association, Vani is the best. Disciple may continue to uphold the Vani of the spiritual master. That is important. A disciple is very much in association with Guru if they are in Vani all the time. Srila Prabhupada, how many times he got an opportunity to see his Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, I think 3 times only. And that also randomly here and there. And then all his god brothers used to think, how come he don't do any service, but he's been, given so much of importance like that. But he could see, his Guru Maharaj could see, he could vision how much potency he has got. And he became empowered because of his Guru Maharaj's blessing. But Prabhupada always been, giving credit to his Guru only. That's a connection he has got. And in every single class, even now, Srila Prabhupada disciples also, you see similar connection they have got with Srila Prabhupada. They always talk about him, glorify him, share his pastimes. Many disciples of Srila Prabhupada, when they talk, when they give classes, his books are there for us. They sing the glories, they pray. Like every day we do Guru Puja, we remembering Prabhupada through Vani. So, spiritual master is immortal in the eyes of a disciple. There's no possibility to forget spiritual master. So, these are the instructions we are trying to understand with the example of Vidarbhi. So, in this Kali Yuga nowadays, we have so much access to our spiritual masters. We know whereabouts of spiritual master, where they are going, what's happening with the what do you say that with the advancement of technology, anywhere, anytime we can access them, read, hear, especially hearing to their Vani is possible. We can experience their presence, but in previous ages, in our acharyas, they never had opportunity to meet the guru for like that. They never had, but they aligned with the instructions of their gurus. They receive instruction, they take initiations, they take instructions, but not aware of where the gurus are going. They're not aware where the gurus are going, but they still have that complete conviction of the instructions they're receiving. So they're upholding the instructions. We can understand that how to, please whatever the situation is, the spiritual master is there in somewhere in the spiritual world or, in the material world. But upholding the instructions and serving spiritual master is very important. So this is what we are saying here. A disciple may fail to follow instructions, but we should not get discouraged. What we can do when we don't able to follow instructions, we should improve, put our effort, improve. Yeah. So though the interactions are minimal, if at all, opportunity is not there, but we should always remember the instructions, and that in that mode we should serve spiritual master. So this particular purport says Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing how a disciple renders seva in the absence of a spiritual master, how one should keep going. Even if, Vidarbhi is feeling her husband Malayadvaja left now, she is exactly feeling like as deer feels upon being separated. But the separation should be, in remembrance of that separation, Vipralamba Muda. So mood. So disciple should enter service, even if the spiritual master is not able to see or able to serve personally like that. So on 47, Mataji, would you mind going to 47? So what is Prabhupada saying here? She is a widow in the forest all alone, daughter of Vidarbha. She began to lament, just incessantly shedding tears. Yeah, crying very loudly. Yeah. So thinking about this, when this mortal body expires, disciples, they go in that agony and pain of separation. She's also going through like that, king leaving the body. And as I was mentioning that Prabhupada, in his purports beautifully described the disciple and spiritual master never separated. Because spiritual master is always never leaving the disciple. He is always holding the hand of a disciple and taking them. Even if it's not existing, through his instructions, if you follow, he'll take us. Like how Prabhupada said, that, even if you leave this mortal world, what did he assure to all of us?
I live in my books, Mataji.
Yeah, so he said that I'm there in the books for 10,000 years in this Kali Yuga, in this material world. They get benefit. And he also said, even if a person is not able to read the book, just if they hold the book, also they get benefit. Actually, they will get a human form of life if a person hold a book, if not reading. Now it is a book marathon time now. So I was hearing to one of the lectures of my Guru Maharaj is mentioning that, doesn't matter if a person don't take a book, if you hold it or even appreciate the book. Oh, that's so nice. And then even appreciate the person who is giving the books. You're doing such a great job. Then they will get a human form of life. So think about people now. If we try to put our effort to read and understand and try to, give our time to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission, how much benefit we all can get through the mercy of spiritual master. So it's important that, that spiritual master and disciple are never separated like that. They always keep their company together in that association of Vani only. So physical presence is not that important, though it is for to some extent. But if the way is not there, also we can serve the spiritual master through their Vani. So you mind going a little bit down, Mataji, in the purport? Yeah, so Prabhupada says clearly, like, as long as the spiritual master is physically present, disciple should serve the physical body of the spiritual master. And when the spiritual master is no longer existing, a disciple should serve the instructions of the spiritual master. So, which is very clear, right? So don't give too much importance to the mortal body. I mean, here we cannot think of spiritual body, spiritual master's body is spiritual. So we cannot think like that. But crying is okay, like that how queen is crying when the king is leaving. So, but a disciple should remember what instructions my master gave. So how can I continue to please him? That is important. Yeah. So let's go to 48 Mataji's.
48, we didn't read the purport, Mataji.
Yeah, so can we read the purport? I think it's a very important purport. Little bit if you can read is good.
Hare Krishna. Shobha Mataji, you can read the purport.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam Mataji and Prabhuji, His Holiness Yasi Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Purport. Whenever an Acharya comes following the superior orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representatives, he establishes the principles of religion and enunciated in Bhagavad Gita. Religion means abiding by the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Religious principles begins from the time one surrenders to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is the Acharya's duty to spread a bona fide religious system and induce everyone to bow down before the Supreme Lord. One executes the religious principles by rendering devotional service, especially the 9 items like hearing, chanting, and remembering. Unfortunately, when the Acharya disappears, rogues and non-devotees take advantage and immediately begin to introduce unauthorized principles in the name of so-called swamis, yogis, philanthropists, welfare workers, and so on. Actually, human life is meant for executing the orders of the Supreme Lord, and this is stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.34. Manmana bhava mat bhakto matyaji mam namaskuru mamevayasi samyuktaivam atmanam matparayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me and become my devotee. Offer obeisances and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me. Mataji, if someone wants to continue, can continue. Yes, I will read.
Yeah.
Sumangala Mataji, please continue.
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
bol.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Dandat pranams, Mataji. Engage your mind always in thinking of me and become my devotee. Offer obeisances and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me. The main business of human society is to think of the Supreme Personality of Godhead at all times, to become his devotees, to worship the Supreme Lord, and to bow down before him. The Acharya, the authorized representative of the Supreme Lord, establishes these principles. But when he disappears, these things once again become disordered. The perfect disciples of the Acharya try to relieve the situation by sincerely following the instructions of the spiritual master. At the present moment, practically the entire world is afraid of rogues and non devotees. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is started to save the world from irreligious principles. Everyone should cooperate with this movement in order to bring about actual peace and happiness in the world. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So such a beautiful, again, so many nice points we can understand from here. Like, main thing is that when an Acharya is leaving, how we can continue to preach. This is something which is very hard. because, disciple will be bereft of having the association of those elevated acharyas, and then how will be able to continue, because they need some guidance on ongoing, right? So like that, you see, what is the purport saying that in the beginning, if you can move to the, when Acharya is following the superior orders, they're representatives of the Lord. And then when they leave, principles of religions will be little bit faded. So what is that actually? Principles of religion, dharmastu sakshat bhagwan pranitam, right? So religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Lord. And if they are gone, what are we able to do? This bona fide Vaishnava acharyas leaving the world is overwhelmed. And then lot of atheistic doctrines will come. Non-bona fide philosophies will appear. Speculative philosophies like that. We see in the pastime of Anga Maharaj, when he's leaving, all the citizens are lamenting, right? Why do they lament? Because in the absence of the king, what happened we know, right? Before Prithu came, there were thieves and rogues ruling the kingdom. The king's absence means it is allowing atheistic people to rule. So rogues and thieves will flourish. Acharya's absence will let all the non-Vaishnava doctrines to flourish. That's what Prabhupada is telling. So discipline, that's why disciple has to continue the legacy of the spiritual movement. It should continue. So like that, Srila Prabhupada requested everybody to preach, to continue the legacy. Someone asked Srila devotee of a Prabhupada, asked disciple of a Prabhupada, how can I please you? He said, you should continue the mission of this, Krishna consciousness movement. So whatever I am trying to do, just do it the same. Even if you have not realized, it's okay. Read, and as it is, you share it. And then eventually, in due course of time, when you are doing like that on a regular basis, you yourself, transform, and then the realizations will come, and then you will be able to transform others' life also, like that. So a soul without any spiritual realization is like a dead body. We all are, like a dead body flapping its wings for some short time to survive. So we are like that, caged in this body. Soul is caged in this body. How long we live, we don't know. But, we need to have that understanding, that without trying to inquire what is the purpose of human form of life. Atato Brahma Jignasa. We don't be able to receive any mercy of the Lord. We will receive only through Guru's mercy. So we should seek shelter of a Guru. Then submissively, sir, inquire, like that. So we see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this material world just to deliver all the fallen conditions souls, right? The Lord himself is coming like a to give us. So when Krishna left this in Dwapara Yuga, before Kali Yuga, Krishna is so kind to appear again, experience the mood of separation from Radharani, and also to give this Krishna Bhakti to everybody, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered many people to take up this movement, to initiate, and then take the disciples, and then continue the movement like that. One time I was hearing to one of the lectures, one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked one person called Saranga Thakur. He asked him to initiate. And he actually rejected. He said, no. I mean, not rejected in the sense, in a humble state of mind, he said, no, I'm not qualified to initiate anybody. Like that. And then he went on the tree and started meditating and doing like that, Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, this tree was a dry tree. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and hugged this dry tree. The dry tree becomes like alive, full flower, fruit, everything coming from the tree. And then he made, the dead tree is coming, into life. Then this person, Saranga Thakur, later accepted. He will accept disciples like that. And then, there is one small child. Child got actually bit by a snake. And then if the children are died in that, they won't be set to fire, they won't be burnt. Their body won't be burned. So the parents throw the child into the ocean like that. And then this child was noticed by this Saranga Thakur, and he bring back to the life of this child. He just chanted the Mahamantra in his ears, and then because he was empowered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could give life to this child. And this child has become one of our previous acharyas. And then when parents came back to take the child, oh my God, my child is come back to life. I want my child back. Then the child refused. Who are you? I'm not your son. No, you may be parents in my previous life, but in this life, I've got initiated through this guru. He's my guru and my life is for him. I am not bothered about who are you, like that, So the life, our human life will get value when we take shelter of a guru, like that. Otherwise, it's not no value. Even parents throw the child into the ocean after you die. So this is what disciples somehow has to take shelter of a guru, and then they have been indebted to guru actually, because for the kind of mercy they are receiving through the parampara from from Supreme Lord Himself, and we can never be repaying that unless and until we follow the instructions of a guru. All the teachings which we hear from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that. Yeah. So he has got, he's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like a gardener. There's so many trees, so many fruits are there, and there's flourishing. And then he is requesting every one of us to distribute. He wants everyone to distribute because he can't do alone, he says. And then distribute it and let others taste these fruits, and then let them satisfy with the rest of their eternity, like that, So, whoever experienced this, Mahaprabhu is giving mercy, like that. There's no dearth of it. Like that, yeah. The duty of every human being is what? Should help others to come in contact with Lord. Let them awaken to their spiritual consciousness. Otherwise, it's like a dead body. And then Prabhupada said that, whoever takes birth on this Bharata Bhumi, what is that verse? We have Bharata Janma Vele, Janma Swartakam, Paropakar. I can't remember all other lines, but in Chaitanya Charitamrita we have the verse. So whoever takes birth in this land of Bharata Bhumi, we all have a responsibility to do Para Upakar. It's whatever fruits and fruits are there in the garden of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just assist him, take it, distribute it, taste the devotional service, like that. By serving the Guru. Every step is danger in this material world. Padam, padam, vipadam. We may get some kind of miseries. We don't even imagine. The other day I was planning, I came all the way here for just 2 weeks ago, and then I was planning to go to Vrindavan, and then there's only one-way ticket booked for Vrindavan. I said, okay, maybe it's Krishna willing, I'll book another return ticket. My Prabhu didn't book return ticket. I was wondering how he didn't book return ticket for me. And then I wanted to go on this previous Saturday, this last Saturday on 8th, 6th, I think. Then somehow my older son said, okay, move it to 2 days before. Some other friends also coming to Vrindavan, so I want to be with them. He was telling, oh, how will you be happy only just taking darshan of the Lord without any association of the devotees? I want association of the devotees. Then I said, okay, makes sense. It is good if you have association of the devotees. So I moved it to 2 days, went to the airport as usual, as per the timing. And at the check-in, they tell your flight is scheduled to tomorrow. It's not, your flight is not today. I said, what? I have boarding pass on my hand and you're telling my flight is tomorrow. Nobody informed me. So this kind of miseries happen in the material world. And then they say, okay, you can go in this flight, that flight, various options they gave. But, as you all know, most of them are in India, I think. So everyone know Indigo chaos, right? Next day, I got fed up. I just, maybe I'll return or not in real. I'll be in Vrindavan. I was scared, okay. Not scared, but in the sense I was all alone with my children only. So I was thinking, okay, this time not suitable, that time, so many things. So I was not, padam, padam, vipadam, I'm thinking like that. Going to Krishna, I'm feeling like this. And my son also telling, why you are not taking any challenges to go to Vrindavan? This should not be the mood. He's telling in the airport, just take take the challenge, take it, accept it, whatever ticket they give, wait for it. You can't just outrightly say no. I said, okay, it makes sense to me. I shouldn't say no. You keep telling me something. I was forgetting. I accepted, but 2 days, 3 days, I said, okay. I mean, it doesn't make sense if I go for, I booked return ticket also after a few days. Then it doesn't make sense for me to go one day. Let the situation subside. I'll go a little longer. So then I thought, okay, Krishna, I was thinking, well, maybe I will cancel, but unforeseen situations, I just accept this is your will only. I have to cancel. Unfortunately, I'm feeling like bad. Still, I want to go, but this is what happens every time. We can't expect what is going to happen. Even if it is something spiritual, sometimes some obstructions come, hindrances come, but we have to get over. It's hard, but we can continue our things, like how we can do it, like that. So we can't expect what's the root cause of the problem. Like, we've seen the problem of plague in European countries long ago. Everyone was suffered miserably and died. A lot of people in Europe died. They thought it is spreading through cats, and they killed many cats. Still, the disease is going bigger and bigger and bigger. Many are prone to die. Then they realize it's not from cats, it's from rats. And then, rats are also being killed to protect, but then they realize this is still increasing. It's not actually rats also, it's a fleece on the rat. Tiny bit of that fleece on the rat is creating, that fleece is just even smaller than a big mosquito. That is causing the problem. Wiped off all the population of Europe. This is what is material world. So this material existence is like a dead tree, just like how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu hugged that tree which has got nothing, no life. Then if you give little bit of life, by the mercy of Parampara, Guru, give life to that. Yeah. So like that, Spiritual masters will help us to get out of this vicious circle of birth, death, old age, disease. Yeah. So we have to take Krishna conscious seriously. Srila Prabhupada, sometimes cried, pleaded everybody. Take Krishna conscious seriously. Please chant. Only thing is human form is, life can be successful only if you awaken Krishna consciousness in your life. Then all the acharyas are ready to come and uplift you. When an acharya disappear, they are not dying, they are living in their instructions. But we should make sure that if you don't take shelter of a bona fide acharya, then other acharyas will unscrupulously, unauthorized religious will come and the problems will continue. Yeah. So they will have that, false ego, they have proprietorship, controller, maintainer, and all that. Yeah. So like that, we should understand. Just we have to keep our heart simple. Simple heart, which has no simple heart has got no, what do you say that? Simple heart has got no, what you can say that? There's no separate agenda. The simple heart has got nothing. The first qualification. Sorry, no duplicity. Yeah. There's no without any expectation, no agenda, no false ego. This simple heart is the only qualification to understand the spirituality. Yeah. So if you have a simple heart, even if someone is cheating you, you will not be able to understand that because you have a simple heart. You can't understand someone has an intention to cheat also. Right? So, but, Krishna is there to protect that simple heart. So simply, we should have that spirit of serving the Guru in whatever circumstances we have. Right? So we have another verse to read today, I think. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing this. Bharata Bhumite Hele, Manushya Janma Yara, Janma Sarthaka Kare, Kara, Para Upakar. Yeah, it is instruction for all of us from Chaitanya and Mahaprabhu. Do it. Yeah. So let's go to, everyone should cooperate. Prabhupada said, the last, sorry, Mataji, the last two lines is a little bit, we can go to that. No, not this one, the 48th verse of the last two lines. But Prabhupada said if there is any kind of disturbance, like, we hear from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, in Radha Konda, he says, we have got nice temple in, where is that? In Calcutta. It's a beautiful temple, right? They constructed. I don't remember the name, the beautiful marble temple. And everyone is fighting disciples. Which room I'll take, which room I'll take. And then Prabhupada and other disciples, when they are there in the shore of Radhakund, he said that, let me sell this marble instead of building this big temple. All the disciples are fighting. Better to, print books and distribute like that. So in entire world, if there is no proper person to give us instructions to follow the spiritual path, no spiritual masters not accepted, then rogues and non-devotees will flourish. And then Krishna conscious movement is supposed to save everyone in this world from religious principles. Like that, Krishna come millennium after millennium to do that. But if, he need not come every time. He'll send people like Srila Prabhupada, empowered people. So if you take, if you assist them, then we will be able to get the mercy like that. From religious principles, we should save the world. So everyone should cooperate in the movement in order to bring peace. Yeah, and happiness in the world. Yeah, let's go to the next one, Mataji. Someone read the words.
Hare Krishna. Evam vilapanti bala vipine nugata patim patita padayor bhutur rudatya shrunyavartayat. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That most obedient wife thus fell down at the feet of her dead husband and began to cry pitifully in that solitary forest. Thus the tears rolled down from her eyes. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so this is what it is like, she is crying, tears rolling her from his ears. Yeah, that place is actually Bhag Bazar in Calcutta, Bhag Bazar, which thinking about the temple they constructed. So yeah, so here she's obedient, Vidarbhi to Malayadvaja. Malayadvaja left the body, and then yeah, his lamentation in separation is going on. She placed the dead body on the funeral pyre and prepared to enter the fire with her husband. Then that's when, in next purport, you see who is going to appear. So there's an intense separation of a queen from her beloved husband. And it is similar to death. The separation is like, because spiritual master is like a representative of Krishna. Without mercy of Krishna, what is a life like that? So this is very nice, we have to perfect our Krishna conscious life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed us to what? He illustrated in his own personal life how to live, even when he was living as a Grihastha also, constantly observed in serving Vaishnavas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is preaching his good wife, Vishnu Priya Mataji, and perfect example. When he accepted sannyasi also, he followed all the rules and regulations. He fulfilled all the instructions of his spiritual master. Like that, but, they are continuously, chanting. Yeah. Continuously chanting. I heard it, it's maybe, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's spiritual master Ishwara Puri left the body, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the place, it's a village called Kumari Hatta, where he went, and then, anyone know this from Chaitanya Charitamrita? He went and continuously chanting his Guru Maharaj's name, and, he collected the dust, and then from the birthplace, he collected in a bag, and then he constantly weeping and remembering the Lord. Like that, relationship between Lord and Guru is exhibited like you are a servant, servant and servant of the Lord. So like that. So Lord is Bhakta Vatsala. So, he will reach out to a devotee through the bona fide spiritual master, like that, yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear so many pastimes, how he was serving his Guru Maharaj, like. We see from the past time of, Prabhupada also, like when we left this world, my own Guru Maharaj says, like, at the time when Guru Prabhupada is in his last days, my Guru Maharaj and others, they had an opportunity. Even my Guru Maharaj did editing of Srila Prabhupada books. So they were given a team of devotees. He was editing so they were given a challenge of editing this Chaitanya Charitamrita in 2 months. They should finish. And then should print it. And that should happen on Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. Right? Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja. It didn't happen. I think actually not Vyasa Puja. What was the time? November, right? Prabhupada left. Some particular, I think Vrindavan temple, this thing, Vrindavan temple inauguration or something happened, some special event where they were supposed to get this books done, and then the devotee who were supposed to bring it after the edited version, it was little delayed, and then Papa said, what's the point? Like that. But later he mentioned that whoever has helped me in this mission, they will all go back to Godhead. So they got the mercy of Prabhupada. And after some time, they came to know that Prabhupada is no more, and they were totally in tears. My Guru Maharaj said he was totally into tears. He couldn't see because he was in this mission of completing the editing and all that. He couldn't go travel. When they came to know Prabhupada is in little bit, sick, and then illness, and then, every other disciple are wanting to see, they are going, but they couldn't go because they have to finish this mission. And he was in mode of separation. He couldn't see last minute. And he was in tears. He said, I was totally shattered, but I know. And he also mentioned many times to us, I'm just sharing because it's a situation occurring like this, spiritual master and relationships. We shared many times that he never had much interaction with Prabhupada and no instructions like that, like how we crave to get personal association. And he said that only one interaction he had 1 or 2 times, and then that also with an expression only, not words also. That first time when he met Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj take his darshan from lotus feet to the top like that he took, and he was bending down his head like that. And then Prabhupada was very pleased. He only said an expression, like that, nothing else. And that expression only keeping him alive till now, that instruction. I serving Srila Prabhupada from almost more than 4 decades, right? In 70 to now 55 decades. They just dedicated their life just for that. But we crave for so many things. We want appreciation, reward, recognition, glories of us to hear in front of everybody. This kind of attitude, I'm not telling everyone like that. This we shouldn't have. They are wholeheartedly, submissively serving without any expectation, just not even instruction. However they got, that is what they are accepting, and they're surrendering like that. So, yeah. So, in this situation, when Vidarbhi is there, then her soulmate will come. That will there in the next verses. Yeah. So, soulmate is actually, we all forgot. Where is who is the soulmate? Who knows? Someone comes and counsels her in future verses. So, Brahmana, a super soul, Avijñata. This pastime is really very interesting. It's our own life talking about Puranjana pastime story. Narada Muni is narrating too, right? And he will console and bring her back to life. Yeah. So this Prachinabhari, King Prachinabhari hearing from Narada Muni about Puranjana, and then how Puranjana come back to Vidarbhi, and then how Malayadvaja is leaving, and then how she is feeling. So many nice instructions for all of us to continue in our spiritual path in this particular allegorical story, making us to understand. Still, Prachina Parishad couldn't understand completely, but yeah, that's a state of our life also. Unfortunately, if you're not able to take up to the path seriously, it will be like that. So, material body, though we are living, it's like a dead body flapping with wings to live for a short time, like that. So we'll stop here, Matajis. If anybody has anything to share or ask or feedback or suggestions, happy to receive.
Hare Krishna. Sumangala Mataji, you have a question? No, I think that was for reading. Mataji, I have a question. Like how you said, when we serve Srila Prabhupada's mission, we will be going back to Godhead. But there are a lot of times where we don't serve all the entire mission. Like we might miss out on book distribution or we might miss out on something. Still, the saying goes true for us, Mataji?
Yeah. Prabhupada didn't say only do this. Krishna also didn't say do this. Any service is service to Krishna. Even sweeping the floor is also service to Krishna. He says everything. Hmm? See, in a house, we've got so many responsibilities to do. But all are equally likely, right? A husband has got some duties, wife has got some duties, children has some things to do. We can't expect children to do everything, right? We have some things for the children assigned and they are supposed to maintain maybe their own room and that is happy and that is pleasing to the parents if they are doing their own studies well and then doing their own other bit of whatever is they're supposed to. That's pleasing to the parents, right? They don't expect, mother will not expect a child to come and do cooking of her things like that. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada is not, whoever has got certain inclination, certain, what do you say that more than inclination, they are nature, suiting to their nature, whatever they can do, Prabhupada is happy. That is why Prabhupada engaged every disciple in different services. Someone is good at painting. Jadurani Mataji, if you have heard, all the books in Bhagavatam, she's painted by her. She's good in it. He engaged. So, according to the natural inclination, whatever you have, if you are engaged in that, you can be able to excel in that and serve Krishna to the best of your abilities. So, if you're not able to distribute Prabhupada books, it's okay. You do sponsor for someone who is distributing Srila Prabhupada books. That we can do if you don't have time to do it. Or abilities or skills to do it. So
Yeah,
not
Hare
everyone can do
Krishna.
everything, no, Mataji. Not everyone can do everything. Some are good in, reading Shastra and sharing it. Some are good in serving, dressing the deities and decorating. Some are good in cooking. Some are good in teaching young children. Everyone is required in the community.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Shobita Mataji, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam. Mataji, we are hearing from the senior devotees mostly that Vani Seva is much more important than Vapu Seva. Here, Mataji, in the 47th, I think, verse, we are reading that if the spiritual master is physically present, then we should do the Vapu Seva. So, how do we understand this, Mataji, particularly?
Yeah, see, if he's physically present, Vapu Seva is desirable, but that also we have to remember that it is not your desire to serve Guru Maharaj. Because see, I get so much opportunity of spiritual master present, personally, physically present. Because I live in Melbourne, my Guru Maharaj is based in New Zealand. He keeps traveling to New Zealand and other countries in the globe. But recently, just 2 weeks ago, before I was coming, so many disciples want to serve. So many disciples want to serve. And then I generally cook also. And then during Kartik month, somehow I felt like, okay, this mood of Srimati Radharani is very good that she recommend other devotee to Krishna to serve rather than you want to serve. Other than she want to serve, she's the best. But she says in this Kartik month, we hear that, if you pray to Radharani, you will be, engaged in Krishna service. And then she recommends everybody like that. So I was thinking, okay, we do service, we want to do service every time. How good is it to imbibe the mood of, engaging others in the service? And, in that, though you are missing the service, you have to be happy others doing that service. That way, envy from your heart will go. So I was thinking, okay, let me try to do this as a Kartik month realization. I wanted to, and then so many situations came across for me that, okay, are you going to do it or not? I had to give up the service and encourage others to do it. And it happened when my Guru Maharaj constantly traveled during that time. He never travels to Melbourne like that frequently. He traveled in that month at least 4 times. We have only not even one time we get, before or after we get, but he came 4 times, and then I got an opportunity to roaster his full, his prasadam for the whole, whole month, and when he was coming frequently. And then I could see the eagerness of all the disciples to serve. And then I had to give up. Even I want to give up, and then let them do, let them do, let them do. And I just got rid of that too much of attachment of serving Guru Maharaj. Personally, I want to, but then still, and then other ways I could serve Guru Maharaj, and then I got opportunity to somehow take personal darshan of Guru Maharaj with some other Mataji. She had some issue. Then I was being called, okay, go with that Mataji. So I got opportunity to interact with Guru Maharaj. So Krishna will hear to your desires, and somehow he will make that happen so that you be happy and Guru Maharaj will be pleased. So then in the meantime, I got maybe a year or ago, I emailed to one Prabhu who is looking after my Guru Maharaj's transcripts, so the lectures we transcribe. So I asked if I can do that seva, but I never got any reply. Then during this month, I got a reply from that Prabhu that will you be able to do it? And see how Krishna will help you to if you have a desire. So that is also service to the Guru. So it makes us to understand that, direct service is good if you get, but if you don't get also, like, it's not that what we want to do to our Guru, is we have to understand that what Guru Maharaj want from us to do. Then our life will be successful, because we have to do upon their instructions how best we can serve according to their wish and will, not like how you want to do however you want. Right? That's it. We also have so many plans, but we have to align with the plans of the Lord. How much ever you plan, it will not be successful. Just like I said, I want to go to Vrindavan. How much ever I planned 2 times, 3 times after cancellation, accepting others, it didn't happen. So I have to accept the Lord's will. And then I thought, okay, my Lord has some other plan for me. So like that, you shouldn't get dejected if you don't get opportunity. Assisting someone else who is serving is also a service to Guru Maharaj, if he is physically present in your location. Not that directly you want to do it. So whichever way, even the squirrel effect is also, squirrel's effort is also recognized by Lord Rama, right? Like that. Anything you can do also is a service to Guru Maharaj. Yeah, don't aim for the big thing and then get disappointed. If it is small also, you should be happy with that. And equally, they will also be happy with you.
Sure. Thank you so much,
Hope it
Mataji.
answers, Mataji. I don't know.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji is who's the Guru Maharaj Mataji, if you don't mind?
My Guru Maharaj is His Holiness Devamit Maharaj.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mataji. Mataji, I heard recently, they are building a very big temple in Vrindavan, Chandrodaya.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the world's biggest temple.
Mm.
Very huge
Mm.
temple. I don't know whether it's complete or not, but I saw a film on that.
Yeah,
Beautiful temple,
that's
huge.
right. That's right, Mataji. I don't want to comment on that, but yeah.
Mataji, if I'm not wrong, it's not by our ISKCON. I think it's a
Yeah,
Ritvik.
correct. Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
connected to Srila Prabhupada's movement. It's connected to Ritvik. So it's going to be a big,
Oh,
it's
really?
going to be big. Yeah, it's a Ritvik temple. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
going
good.
in a very, very big way. Like even, TVOP is not able to complete. They are getting lots of funds from many other big dignitaries or, film stars and so many other people, politicians, all that. Yeah. They're getting, lot of funds and building this big temple. Yeah. I think just you enter Vrindavan, you see that, right?
Yeah, but is it okay going to see that or no, Mataji? We should not go?
I mean, it's always good to take instructions from your
Guru Maharaj.
mentors or counselors or Guru Maharaj, because depends on your level of bhakti. Sometimes you don't know how Maya will trick us, and then
Yeah.
we should be very little bit cautious also, because see in Vrindavan, unfortunately it is like this within our ISKCON, but in Vrindavan there are so many other sampradayas also. Sometimes
Yeah.
here some disciples, some devotees who settle there when they are not even matured much enough, then they settle there, and then some of the pastimes Prabhupada didn't encourage his disciples to share or discuss or release among devotees. Then the devotees who are a little immature may hear from other sampradayas, they are sharing and relishing previous acharyas. Some Rasalila pastimes, they may enjoy doing that and they leave the moment and they go there. It happened. So this is little bit, we have to be a little bit mindful when we go to Vrindavan. Our mood should be in a way where, that is why, you have to go into Vrindavan. I was also thinking another thing with the same thing which I experienced now. I'm not able to go. When my older son reminded me, okay, don't you feel little bit empty when you don't have devotees around? Like many other devotees are there, but the devotees whom we associate, if they are not there, are you still okay to take darshan of the Lord? This is a question he asked me because he's this young boy and he wants friends like that. I said, okay, I am happy to take darshan of the Lord. Of course, I do want devotees. Then it made me to think, okay, when you go to Holy Dham, the best thing is that in the association of the devotees, hearing Krishna Katha. If that is missing, okay, taking darshan of the Lord is purifying, but that is also important. Hearing to Krishna Katha is more purifying to our consciousness. So if that is not happening, okay, maybe think about going when some yatras are happening. And then, I used to go like that. And then, okay, I didn't go to yatra which happened by Burjan Prabhu and His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj at the foothill of Govardhan. Sometimes I used to go, I just didn't plan this time. So that was more nourishing to the soul. It is good like that. So Devotees Association in Holy Dham will protect us from all these things, because in the end of the day, what we want is association of the devotees, hearing Krishna Katha, not being envious of anybody else, and do our sadhana properly, right?
Yes, Mataji.
So Vrindavan has got many other sampradayas, and then unlike Mayapur, it's little different, but our consciousness should be elevated to accept everything. And then, see, our all disciples of Srila Prabhupada, everyone go to every other sampradaya acharyas and they pay obeisances, they offer their, respects and all that they do. So we don't have any restrictions like that, but you should be in a position to do it. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Like that.
Good.
That is my understanding.
Good, Mataji. I asked you about this temple because they are constantly asking for donations, So
Yeah.
good.
Many
I
people
got
who
it
donated
clarified.
actually, some of them who were like, who I do cultivate Bhakti Viksha in Melbourne, without asking me, they did. And they said some incident happened to raise some funds within locally for, then they mentioned to me that we already, donated 1 lakh to this temple. So it is like for everybody, it looks like we are the same, but unfortunately, this is something
different
which we are facing it. So we have to be a little bit, at least people who we know, then at least we should be careful. And then whoever you come across, maybe don't advertise, but at least if someone share, then at least help them going in the right direction, because this is what, a big
big difference.
confusion. Confusion.
Yeah.
Not confusion, there is completely, it is not accepted, because eventually, we are also following Prabhupada. We are also following Prabhupada. We are accepting living Guru, which is important.
Yeah.
Because when the association, like how Prabhupada said in the purports, that itself only answer. Mataji asked the question, right? That statement only answers us. As long as your Guru is physically alive, you should take association and serve. What does that mean? And Prabhupada said to everybody to go and initiate, become Guru. He said, many lectures are there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said everybody to become Guru. Like I said that devotee, Mahaprabhu inspired him to give initiation, and he didn't want to. But why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instruct someone to give initiation? When he is around, he said, there's so many fruits in my garden. I need people to assist to distribute. He's God himself, but he's coming in the form of a devotee and empowering everybody to give initiation, right?
Yeah.
So, Srila Prabhupada is an empowered incarnation, assisted in the mission of Lord in his fulfilling his Guru Maharaj's instructions, right?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving all this
Whatever
knowledge.
little understanding I have, I'm sharing, Mataji. Thank you so much for tolerating my this reading
Thank
the
you,
letter.
Mataji. Dandat
Thank
pranam.
you. Thank you so
Pranam.
much,
Very
Mataji. Danvat
appreciated.
pranam.
Srila
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Sindhubhyascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Anantakoti Vaishnavim Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna to all devotees. Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna, Krishna.
Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mataji, with your permission, can I end the meeting,
Yes,
Mataji?
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you.